Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today I want to show you how really good MotiveWave has come in the latest version. It has catapulted this platform into its own league for the money and whatnot. What I'm about to show you should blow your mind if you know what this is. Very deep analysis. So if you're interested in this, come on over to quantlabs.net/book. I'll be talking obviously more about MotiveWave and how incredible it is. You'll see the analysis that you can get out of it, and add in the software development kit as well. It's just incredible what I'm seeing here. So again, that's quantlabs.net/book. Let's get on with the show in this video. All right, so I've been going through the API, the software development kit capabilities of MotiveWave. So far, it's pretty straightforward. The quality of these documents are really good. I'd put them top notch compared to what I've seen, like compared to multi charts, which is kind of like a joke if you ask me. So, anyways, if you come under motivewave.com, come under support, you'll find an option here for guides. So in here, what we're going to show you is highly advanced Hurst cycles and also something else called volume, order flow, and analysis. This will blow your mind. First off, I have looked at a lot of sophisticated, a lot of retail trading platforms. I have yet not to seen anything like this with the exception of Deltix, and that's why I've always put Deltix right up there with nothing else that I've seen. With what I'm about to show you, this could probably put MotiveWave on the same level as Deltix or beyond. You got to remember, Deltix is built for institutions, banks, hedge funds, HFT shops use this thing. It's $15,000 a month. For what you pay with MotiveWave for the Ultimate Edition, I believe it's $2,600 for the year. It's an absolute steal with what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to first show you the Hurst cycles because that's easiest. And I'm combining both of these major functions and features as part of one video because I'm tired of just promoting different videos. So bear with me because this is probably a really long video, but I want to show you this platform, what it could do with the latest changes. Because when I saw the beta video of it, I was like, where do I get this stuff? If you're in the features and options, this you got to you cannot sit there and not use this stuff. So as I said, let's first work on the um, the Hurst cycles. I have talked about this in Python, but I've not seen anything like this as so advanced and so feature rich with Hurst. This is just another way to look at the markets. This is only available in the Ultimate Edition, from what I understand. Uh, this is very deep, and it's absolutely incredible. I have to give beyond props to the development team of MotiveWave. This is mind blowing what I'm going to show you. Okay, so what we're dealing with when it comes to Hurst, it's another way to look at the markets. Now, I'm not going to get into details and bore you to death with how Hurst works, but what I will show you are the different versions of this, and I will show you how you can set up studies for this. So what I'm using right now is IQFeed. IQFeed's awesome. For the little monthly amount of money you pay for IQFeed, you're able to get very deep analysis from a historical point of view, as in real time on tick level. I'm going to show you maybe a stock here, I guess. I haven't figured out which one I might use. But nonetheless, let me show you a chart. So I'm just going to start up a chart here. I've got Google already. I'm going to show you Apple. I'm going to show you. Let's do Facebook, I guess. See how that works. I'm going to put in. It really doesn't matter, but I'll do. Let me do 5-minute data. And go okay. So this is now using Facebook. I hope. No, it's not. It's going to use. Let me start up another stock here. Let me think here. I'll just choose an old one like IBM. Okay, so we're loading in IBM 1 minute data for those on the podcast. Meanwhile, back on the ranch. Okay, so here's all the data. I'm sure you know how this works. So what I'm going to do is if you go into study and you do a search for Hurst, Hurst cycles. So again, there is a manual to fully explain this, but I want to show you visually what it really means. So we have here our options. I'm just going to leave them default for now, and then I'm going to show you these different options here of semi-cycle, sine waves, VTL, FLD. Okay, I'm going to create. So now what you're looking at are potential up moves of IBM. And I'm going to show you that this seems to work pretty good. Right here you have 4 of these little markers. Does that mean we have and can expect this to go up, the price, because of this big fall? Because see here we have 3 of these markers, price went up. Here's another one, 3 of these, so you're like about 2 bars ahead. No, actually 1 bar. You can see that there's that nice big move. Check this out. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these things. And I'm going to show you what they mean roughly. But you can see that it's got 5 moves. But that was a big, big move. So right here, we can tell that this might be a great indicator. And I would be surprised if this cannot work in all asset classes. So you have here 3 moves, and it moved up there. Same here, slight moves, but you can see here when you have 4 of these markers, you can see the price moves up. Okay, sometimes it doesn't work, but it's a pretty strong indicator that this works. So let's add some more options to this Hurst cycle. So here, I ignored the semicircles and the sine waves. So I'm going to add all of these in there. So you can see the semicycles and how they meet up. Okay. Let me show you some more. Sine waves, show all. Okay. I will show you also the VTL and FL. You can see them right here, and one more, and then there was the FLD. So you can see how deep this is on where you can see crosses of everything meeting up, and you get these fairly big moves. And just visually, to have this is, I've never seen anything like this. I've not seen any platform that offers this. Again, this is only available in the Ultimate Edition. This is mind-blowing. And it seems to work, or a very high probability of it working visually. So I just wanted to show this to you. As I said, if you want more information, there's the guide here for you to properly explain it to you. And again, that's in MotiveWave Hurst Cycles Guide. Okay, so if you're not blown away by that, let's get into the really good stuff. Like, this is beyond awesome. Now what I'm going to show you is volume and order flow analysis. I've talked about this in the past with Oanda and at the Python level, where you can get simple bid and ask stuff. This goes deeper, and it's absolutely incredible. I don't know where to go. So let me go to the beginning here. So I have here the British pound against the British pound against the Australian dollar. Okay, this looks really messy, and the whole point is I really don't know what I'm doing, but I want to show you that visually to be able to get just um, different abilities to analyze the markets like this. This is uh, mind blowing. So here you can see here you get depth of market, plus you get all these different orders. I'm going to walk you through this in the actual guide. But if you want to know how to get these are all studies. Just come on again under all studies and type in whatever study you're looking for. So you have something called DOM power, depth of market power, uh, DOM history. This is not going to work with stocks and bid and ask data. The only thing it's really built for is futures and options, which I don't have. I'm not subscribed to anything for that. So if I go to, let's say, the minute chart, you can see it's updating on the fly. Um, and it's just what it can do is just it's just beyond mind blowing. So let me just go through the guides on this. This is a 48-page document. The Hurst cycles is 18. So what I'm going to show you here is pretty lengthy. But the power of this is just, again, mind-blowing. The descriptions are really, really good. If you don't know what these mean. But at the end of the day, uh, I don't know what to tell you. And again, because you're using tick data with bid and ask, this works on some and not on others. So here's the important part. As I said to you before, certain brokers will not give you these capabilities. Interactive brokers won't give you this. Probably Wanda, but you can see here most of them are futures. So what we're talking about here is, oh, sorry, FXCM gives you that, but it's really limited. So FXCM, I'm getting through IQ feed for Forex. Okay, so I'm not getting the bid and ask price and size, but as you can see here, I get that with IQ feed. Okay, so that's why I always use IQ feed, because IQ feed gives you all of the things that you see here. We have time and price with volume, bid ask price, bid ask size. That's hard to get. Historical limit and a backfill. So IQ feed pretty well is the best of all of them. With 8 days, um, up to a certain point for historical data. And on top of that, to be able to sit here and say you get bid and ask size is pretty awesome as well. But here with the rhythmic and CQG, that's for futures data. Okay, this is why you want to have these providers, and you can get rhythmic and CQG through a futures broker. From what I'm understanding on the data side, to do this type of analysis, what I'm showing you, you need to be probably with a futures broker, Canon, AMP, or another one, Optimus, I believe, and they give you the options of either CQG or rhythmic for part of the account, or you pay $20 a month or whatever. So you want to be with that for futures and options data, just to understand that. But for the most affordable, IQ feeds your option. So what we're looking at is not just depth of market, but we're going beyond that. And what I'm about to show you is really incredible. So the first thing we have here, we have time, price, opportunity. Okay, so I'm sure there's a bunch of ones I missed, but I'm going to Let me pull up another FXCM option here. So I'm going to do a chart. I'll pull up Euro USD FXCM data, right? As you can see here, it's already set at 1 minute. So I'm going to apply a study to it, and that's the time of opportunity. Here we have components which are totally different from studies. Studies give you a lot more options. So right now I'm going to, actually it's not a good option. Let me pull up another one. Probably right now 802, the Japanese yen, and Japanese yen against the US dollar FXCM. Let's see if that comes up. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Search. So we have here futures, but we just want FXCM. But we have different sources from Saxo Bank, which is through 10-4, I believe. Let me just try if I have access to that. So this is more for analysis, so I'm not authorized to have that. Okay, no problem. I'm sorry to bore you to death here. Let's see if I can get GBP US dollar. Okay, cool. Hopefully that'll pull up. Okay, so it looks like we have data. Yeah, cool. So I am going to clear out all the local data. Clear local data. Yes. So now, okay, let me just get rid of all this stuff. And one more. Okay, so it's all clean. Yay. All right, so we are going to look for TPO. TPO. So that's time, price, opportunity. So this is opportunity in the depth of market data that we can look at. As I said, if you're on FXCM, you may want to go with that broker because FXCM is supported on IKFeed and MotiveWave, so you can talk to it. So the idea here is you could use IKFeed as your data source for the FXCM data to get access to this information through FXCM. But because if you decide to use for your broker FXCM, that means then you'll be able to tie everything together and be able to synchronize everything. So that might be a good option if you do want to go with Forex, but hopefully you've heard my thoughts on Forex brokers. So in a nutshell, this is what we're getting. Current closing price marker, optional volume profile, open initial balance range, shading helps identify time of day, TPO point of control, and value area. Okay, so that's kind of what we can do here. So if I go back in here and edit this study, I have a lot of things available. So I can get ETH color bar. Okay. This is IBK. I'll show you that in a minute. Value area. The volume profile is very important, okay? Because that will give you not just with the bid and ask price, but because you have access to the bid and ask sides on the tick, this can be used, and that will help you get market direction at a very low level. POC lines, so let's just say, sure, why not, sessions, See, there's a lot of options here, as you can tell. So I'll go apply, update. So right here, and again, this is on minute data. So right here, you could tell where you want to be in terms of opportunity. I'm not going to get into it because I'm not been uh, learning a lot here, but you could tell by the price at the range at what price um, it's good to buy at based upon what levels you can see. So let me just pull this chart over. So right here, you can see as the chart develops on a minute basis, you can see where the volume is. So with the volume pushing, this is our numbers on the delta, which is negative, obviously, which is driving down the price, the bid ask volume, and the overall volume, and then the the total volume. So this is really useful information. So let me just kind of work it out here so that you understand what the options are. So as I said here, we have all these different options. I'm not going to get into it. I've shown you where to get the guide, but here we have all these different lines, the sequence letters, line font, whatever that. So that's all under the IB initial balance range IBR. So let's tweak that. Edit. Okay, so IBKR. So I am going to display these top line, okay, and do an update. And you can see as the price forms where the price is heavily mostly, and then you get these little markers here. I'm not sure what they represent, but you can see how sophisticated this is. As I said, I've not yet seen anything like this, including Deltics. This is so deep. At this, like we just got started, okay? So coming back to this, it's just an incredible set of options we have here. So let me see if I can get these lines. I'm pretty sure I didn't click something, but it looks like we have lines here, extension lines, kind of like I guess a Fibonacci, and then we have a value area. So let me see what if I change that, what that does. So we have a range fill bar color. This may not actually get enabled because it doesn't have the backfill. The backfill is not available in with IQ feed. So here in the value area, show area enabled, naked range lines, sure. We'll just do everything. Update. Yeah, we don't, it looks like we don't have access to it. Um, value area naked. Let me just try again. Apply, update. Yeah, I don't know if this will work because we may not have access to this via. Um, or on the other hand, let me just see if I put in hourly, see what happens here. This may display in the hourly. You can see how long it takes for the data to load. So it does take a while to update the monitor. Yeah, it looks like we got something here. Yeah, so it's just the asset. So this is on the time frame. So if I move it to daily, let's see what happens here. So these are the extension lines. Like it looks like similar to Fibonacci levels, but you can see how freaking deep this is. This is just. Let me see if I can do 5 minute. But I'll quickly move on after this. And as you can see, it updates as there is a backfill available. Okay, let's move to the next one. So we have volume profile. So let me kill all that local data here. Okay. So now we're going to look at a new study called volume profile. As I said, I've not yet seen anything uh, at this level. I just finished Lettuce doing. I'm not sure how it is from a programming standpoint, what you can and cannot do, but I'm sure there's probably some sophisticated uh, alerts that you can use in this. I could probably find out. Now, let me just give me a second here. If I go under, okay, so let's say I'm going to create an alert for this. This is like a signal. If you've not seen my video I just put up last night about the alert, you do want to check that. Maybe here. Create an alert. See a bid and ask indicator. No, it looks like no, it doesn't look like we get information from that. I'm sure maybe there is. I'm just not seeing it. VMA. Yeah, so all we have access to is the volume moving average. Unless maybe down here. Um, all I could tell you, it's just this is a good time to be alive because of what you get in MotiveWave. Um, so we have here bid. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Let me go back to the next um, study that we're going to look at. So let me clear the data here. Clear local data. Yes. Okay. So in the meantime, we're going to look at volume profile. Here's all the fun stuff. POC, point of control. Show bid and ask volume. I mean, it's pretty incredible. See here. Here's our volume. I gotta know what different coloring schemes. So we have here. Oh, that's under TPO. Oh, okay. Okay. Because there's a bunch of studies available in volume. So we have here volume profile. I'm not sure if it's the same. Let me just load up a new chart here. We'll do GBP USD again. Okay, so I'm going to create a new chart. GBP USD. Let me get rid of that. Delete. Okay, cool. So now we're going to add a new study, the volume profile. I mean, you could literally spend I wouldn't even say weeks, probably months to really understand how deep this is. So we're looking for volume profile. Here it is. Okay, so we have time range, display. Okay, show bid and ask volume, please. Value area, why not? And there's something else I learned. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this in a minute. Okay, create. So you can see here we have our volume on the right. Let me edit that, put that in the center. Volume, align it. So we want to display that, put it on the left. There we go. So again, you can see there's a bunch of numbers here. So if I take out no bars, there are a bunch of numbers here. I'm just showing you some of the tricks that I learned through this. I'm going to put the candlesticks back in. Let me see here, edit. So we're showing the legend. Yeah, as I said, this is my usual. I don't know what I'm doing business, but you're like a big kid in a candy store. So you can see here, you can add in the different levels. Remember, your system needs to have access to this. And here we have something called volume imprint. So let me get rid of this. And then we're going to look for that volume imprint. Okay, there we go. Look at the amount of options you get. It just boggles my mind. Okay, so what can we do first? Show bid and ask volume. Why don't we do one at a time? Oh boy. Edit. So that's display, use levels. Okay. It's just, these studies are just beyond crazy what you can do. Okay. Okay. All right. Just get into the instrument. Sorry, the edit. Our study. I think there was properties as well. Edit instrument. There we go. Edit. Anyways, let's just stop that nonsense. All right. So we have here, we can set these ladders. thingamajiggies. I think that's what it's doing. Let me expand that time frame to hourly. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so we have here candle total, bid and balance, bid ask volume range, open close. Wow, data imprint, each number is time different between the ask and the volume. Now, if you can get access to this from a programmatic standpoint, I'm going to be dancing around the streets naked probably. No bars, bar type. So here, you can, what I was trying to do, click on no bars. Let's see what we generated here. Wow. I don't even remember what this is called. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave it at that with all these different options I just showed you. Um, the guide will walk you through exactly what you want, and you could probably hopefully see the power of this. Um, it just blows my mind. Profile setting, um, value area. This is a big section. The ladder. Looks like a cool feature here. I don't even know where to begin. Candles. Oh, look at this. Percents, bid and ask, candle volume. Wow. I mean, if you can build a machine learning out of this, and just feed it into a database and analyze it historically, record it, and replay it. Man, this is a lot. Okay, so we have a new one. Yay. Let's see if this is displayed anything. Okay, good. Okay, let's get that new study in. That was called Delta Volume. Let's see if it will display anything. I hope your jaw is left on the floor like mine was and is. Delta Volume. Oops, cancel. Cancel. So we want to okay that. So we have options, new graph, all visibility, aggregate period, minimum, show volumes and legend, no, not yet. General, okay, let's go have some fun. Okay, so it's done something. Boy, oh boy, what did it do? Okay. Uh, didn't do a lot, but I'm sure it's important. Let me just when I was playing around with this was okay. Edit. Okay, it's this is too fun to play with stuff. So let me do that again. That was delta volume. It may also be a problem because this is for futures data. Again, this is forex data with IQ feed. Let me change the color here. So I'll just do maybe I don't know, green, red. Do a line. Bar type. Show all. Options. No. Create. Okay. Huh. So let's see what it's supposed to look like. Oh, I see. So it's at the bottom. Yeah, so it'd fill up here. I'm not sure if it's gonna, if we have enough data, we have the right kind of data for futures. Um, Cumulative data. This looks pretty good. If I can figure it out, looks like we have an upswing up until here, and then it started petering out. Bid ask volume, this is a big one. Um, oh yeah, yeah. I saw this. This works with. Okay, let's do that one. Okay, so here we have. Okay, I remember showing this is bid and ask volume. This is what I was going to show you here. Obviously, if you can make heads or tails out of the candles, you can see here that the volume is dropping, the bid and ask. Here, I'm not sure which this one was. Uh, but edit instrument. Okay, so we had Apple, Google, speed of tape, which I'll show you in a minute. We also had DOM power, which I believe that is only available for futures. So continuing along here, uh, here you could see your ask volume. This is really important because when you see these spikes, that's going to drive down price. As I said, there's a speed of volume, all the different usual parameters, and we have some signals here we can add. Oh, when does it end? Okay, so this one I believe is futures only. Some of the ask size at the end of the bar, DOM positive indicator support, some of bid sizes at the end, DOM history if you have access to history data, which I think you can through Rhythmic and CQG. So you can see here relative large number of contracts for sale at this price. So that price, I guess, is a lot of contracts being filled at that price. Sharing indicates relative large interest in buying contracts at this price, indicating potential support. I guess this one's for resistance. Those are hard to generate. Now again, looks like I do believe we have. Let's see here. Let me just see here. I've shown the components of the gauges, but let's see if there's actually speed gauge studies. There is. So we're going to use this as an overlay. So you can put it right on the chart. Let me just say we'll put this at the top right. Gauge 1, gauge 2. Pretty cool. Ticks, slow history. So I could put in my, delta DOM. I don't think that'll be, okay. Intervals in seconds. Let me just try 5 gauge enabled. Ticks. Interval 5. No, we want delta spread. Ooh, that's going to be good. So if gauge 1 is delta depth of market, gauge 2 delta spread, gauge 3 is going to be delta DOM. Yeah, delta spread, delta DOM, and we want delta volume. Okay, options. Real values, underlay, create. Let's see what happens here. So here they are. So we have a delta spread. So we have the delta volume, uh, delta volume, but these don't seem to be working. Let me try 5 minute. I guess this is only good for futures data. That's what I'm going to take away from that. Okay. So we got some more pages. Components. Okay, so I've shown these before, the volume profile of the TPO and volume profile. I'd be like blown away if they provide a study source code for this. I don't think they have. Here's another one. Coming to the end of the line here. Yeah, we are. Just incredible. Incredible analysis here. I've not seen anything like, except the 15K a month Deltics. So let me go into looking for support. So these are studies. So you can see here we can get access to all the study source code. Volume based. Let's see, rate of change. Oh, yeah. Oh. Volume profile. So hold on here. So call me confused. Bars. Code may be available upon request. Wow, that's pretty cool. So we have here volume profile. Oh man, that's amazing. Volume based. What else was there? Volume rate of change. Oh man. Oh, this one, TPO. Yeah, there's all our charting. For details. I wonder if the source code is available for this. I'm telling you, it's possible. Volume imprint, which I showed. For details, okay. Oh man. I'm not sure if this is available as for source code. If there was, I'd be, holy moly, what you could build with the futures data and be able to have that in your strategy. Unreal. And be able to build triggers and signals around that. Unfreaking real. And then feed that into, let's say, a database like Redis that I could use, and then build some potentially machine learning out of that with TensorFlow. So I'm going to get some questions answered there. But at the end of the day, just even from a visual point of view, but let alone get the source code for it, yeah. But what you've seen is pretty incredible, and hopefully you get excited by this. It's worth every penny compared to, I mean, Deltix is pretty stellar what you can have there. A very pricey platform. This is like probably pricey for a lot of people, but this gives you edge with all in capitals with 100 exclamation points. This is an incredible uh, platform as shown with this analysis for the volume and order flow on top of what I've shown you in the Hurst as well, on top of the advanced MotiveWave, or sorry, the advanced Elliott wave, harmonic, GAN, unbelievable. Anyways, I'm going to shut up now, end the video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you get all excited and go over to MotiveWave and check it out and get yourself a demo copy and test it out. Other than that, we shall talk to you later. Have a good day.